You have a number of markers you seem to give regarding whether an unfaithful spouse is likely to be a safe partner going forward, such as, do they grieve and take responsibility? My question is, what about the betrayed spouse? We've done couples and individual therapy and DMSO, and I'm still quite affected by the affair. I'm concerned that I will be one of those people who's not able to move past it to greater intimacy or even to do anything close to a healthy relationship. I'd like to keep our family intact, but don't want to drag this pain out if the end result will still be either divorce or me staying, but with the affair still affecting me daily. Do you have any markers for indicating whether a betrayed spouse isn't likely to be able to get past this? Or questions to ask myself to guide me in discerning whether I'm likely to be able to move past this. One of the things that I would suggest is looking back at the beginning and as best you can, trying to identify how frequently intrusive thoughts were happening, how much you were being totally dragged back into that initial D-Day sort of pain, and if the frequency and intensity of those things had begun decreasing over time. If things never got better, then I would say a couple of things. One, if you did counseling then for post-traumatic stress disorder, and if the flooding were able to stop at that point, I would say the probabilities of you being able to have a good relationship are good. You need to record how frequently. Just think about it. Journal on a regular basis. What's happening in your mind, what you're thinking, the frequency, kind of maybe even on a scale of 1 to 10, when those intrusive thoughts happen, on a scale of 1 to 10, the pain. I know that sounds crazy, but getting that stuff out is really important. At the very least, it helps you with your own immune system. People who journal do better. I would continue that process for I'd look at it at 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. Hopefully the frequency, the intensity really begin to subside. If that's the case, there's really good hope that you get over it. Another indicator is whether or not you're able to allow your mate to even make restitution, to make amends. You might try to do that if that's the case, and you can let that in and you can see a change over time. You also would probably have the ability to forgive. If forgiveness has been extremely difficult for you in the past and you've never been able to forgive, that would be one of the indicators that this is going to be a true problem for you. But if, on the other hand, in the past you've been able to get over resentments, I would say the probabilities of you being able to do that even in this situation are really good. But only if your mate is doing the work that's necessary to help you feel safe, and you can begin to see a significant change in her as the two of you go forward. If you've done the EMS online course, I would also suggest, if that's the case, that you stay involved with the Married for Life course, where you have other couples that you're involved with. It's very, very difficult to see where you're at if you're not involved with other people. I think that gaining the perspective as you watch other couples can also help you begin to evaluate where you're at. Otherwise, for you, in terms of being able to determine whether things are improving or not, to me it's a lot like swimming underwater in the dark. You can't tell if you're going up or you're going down or you're going sideways. But being involved with others who are like you, who are going through things, can also help you determine whether or not you're improving and whether or not you can heal. That's just going to take time, though, to be able to recognize that.